everyone, and welcome to episode 15 of Just Lying Around, a Detroit Lions podcast presented by the World of Football. I'm your host, Kyle Sutherland. I am joined by my co-host and brother-in-law, Adam Snow. And just want to fill you guys in. Lions did win this week, but I was at Ford Field at a concert watching the Lions game on my phone. So it's kind of a weird situation there, but
it's a true fan right there, watching the game wherever you can.
Yeah, they even had it on the screens on the concession stands area, but everyone was cheering when they won. But
heck yeah.
Yeah, Adam, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. Not as great as you. You had a wonderful night at the Metallica concert at Ford Field. You got a Lions victory. You got to slap hands with the lead singer of Metallica, who also got this close to Dan Campbell's office. So you vicariously were this close to Dan Campbell yesterday. I'm just saying. Just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. All in all, good day.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad. What time did you get home last night?
Around 1:30. It would have been later, but we saw a monster deer on the highway and we almost hit it. So that was quite the shocking development there.
Okay.
Thank God we didn't.
Well, yeah, glad you came back in one piece.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
you said you watched the Lions game right after that?
Yep, proceeded to stay up and watch the Lions game until about 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah.
Dang. Hey, that's dedication. That's what we expect here on Just Lying Around.
Well, they showed up, so I had to show up and I had to watch the game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, real quick, you should center your camera a little more. You're drifting off to the side there, my friend.
This way?
Yeah, or scoot to your left. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Just to get a little center in the frame.
Let's get on with the show here. On today's show, we're going to go over the Lions' Week 10 win over the Los Angeles Chargers. Look at their Week 11 game against the Bears. But first, we want to thank you for checking out our podcast, whether that's on the YouTube channel or on your podcast platform of choice. You can find the World of Football and its many offerings on multiple social media platforms. Just check down in the descriptions. We also have timestamps in the description if you would like to jump around to the topics that we discuss as well. And now let's get on to this one against the Chargers. So we had a offensive battle here. I don't think defense has really showed up today, but a win is a win. We had the Lions 41, Chargers 38. Let's just go through some stats real quick, and we'll talk about what we saw here. Lions, Jared Goff, 23 of 33 for 333 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a stellar day, 8 receptions, 2 carries for a total of 165 yards, 1 touchdown. David Montgomery showing up after his rib injury had a beautiful day here. 12 carries for 116 yards and 1 touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs looking like he's going to be the next all-star here. 14 carries, 3 receptions for a total of 112 total yards, 2 touchdowns. On the Chargers side, we had Justin Herbert, 27 of 40 for 323 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Austin Eckler, 19 carries, 4 receptions for 115 total yards, 1 touchdown. Keenan Allen, 11 receptions for 175 yards, 2 touchdowns. And their rookie wide receiver they picked up, Quentin Johnston, had 4 receptions for 34 yards and 1 touchdown. And for total yards, Lions 533, Chargers 421. And time of possession, pretty close here. Lions 30 minutes, 34 seconds, and Chargers 29 minutes and 26 seconds. So, as you can tell, this was a offensive battle down to the wire.
Yeah.
Which I gotta say real quick, when you got a duo like Justin Herbert to Keenan Allen, kind of like watching the game, kind of remind me of like a Stafford to Calvin Johnson sort of thing. Like no matter what the Lions did, like if Justin Herbert's gonna throw it downfield to Keenan Allen, he's just gonna catch it. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna harp on Aaron Glenn too much, but it's one of those
No.
things where maybe you could double cover him, triple cover him, but in the end, what are you gonna do?
I would say you would stop them. That's in the end. That's the objective, and they couldn't do it. It was a
Well,
very.
yeah,
I don't know what happened between the first half, second half, where they couldn't lock him down. I felt like they had a better control of things in the first half. Look, Herbert's going to get his, and talent like Keenan Allen, and the season he's had, of course, yeah, he's going to get a couple. But it just felt like every time you're like, this is where you got to make that stop, they couldn't do it on defense. But look, we're going to talk about our offense first. Let's talk about our offense. Look, Jared Goff balled out. Jahmyr Gibbs showed up. Montgomery showed up. Laporta was big when we needed him. Everybody kind of made a crucial play when we needed it on offense, and that's something that was refreshing to see. And sure, going for it on fourth down a few times. Everybody's using the term ballsy Dan Campbell. I got to give it to him. There was a lot of gutsy calls, and the offense was able to, that fourth and 5, and they run a I formation like right up the middle. All right, like
yep.
you didn't get fancy with it, which we've criticized them for. Like they got too cute, and here they didn't get too cute. They just lined up and said, "We are going to punch you in the teeth." They converted 4 out of 5 fourth downs during the game, so that's the Lions' mentality, and to see that on display here was absolutely great. We'll get to the defense, and I got a little more criticism than you sounds like you do, but let's give credit where credit's due, though, and a win's a win. And in this league, that is really difficult to do. And I think the Lions, despite getting into a shootout, you got to try to win those. This was like that Seattle game where they couldn't pull it out in overtime, and this is another one of those coin flip games where, look, they happened to get the ball back with 3 minutes left, and as soon as that happened, I was like, wow, that's the undoing of the Chargers because you're giving Detroit too much time to milk it, score a field goal, and call game, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Speaking of like the fourth down conversions, the only thing that worried me is the four successful conversions of 13 on third down attempts. So something wasn't clicking on those third downs, which
Yeah,
if you want to get into the playoffs, we need to kind of fix that.
yeah.
But
A
on a
little
good note,
concerned.
Montgomery is back. So Montgomery and Gibbs total for that game, 200 total yards on the ground. So I mean, if they can keep this up, 1-2 punch, you're just gonna cause problems for the opposing team's defense. Like you're gonna wear them out real quick, and
And I
once they
think,
start crowding the box, he's just gonna throw over them to like an open St. Brown, Laporta, even Brock
yeah.
Wright. Like you got a lot of good things from this running team. So hopefully they can stay healthy and just continue that thunder lightning kind of deal they got going on there.
Yeah, and what's cool is they are both thunder and they are both lightning. Like, who? If you would have guessed, if I would have told you before you got to watch the game, somebody had a 75-yard run, would you have guessed it was Montgomery? No, you would have guessed it was going to be Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep.
And it was Montgomery. Montgomery was a fantastic run. Great blocking downfield, by the way, by Jameson Williams getting in there. Jameson Williams, I mean, had a catch early on. I'm not sure what his stat line ended up being. I think he only got like 1 catch during the game. But he blocked when he needed to. He was crucial on that play. So whatever, that is what it is. But I think it's cool that the Lions, and I've kind of said this before. I feel like, and we've kind of theorized that this is what Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes envisioned was Montgomery and Gibbs. Like you would think, oh, Montgomery's the running north and south, Gibbs is the east and west guy. They can interchange these two at will, and that's the scary part. That you see Gibbs and you're like, I don't know if he's running north or south. I don't know if he's running east or west. Same with Montgomery. And look where that Lions rushing attack got him. And having one of the best offensive lines in football, and let's not give them, shortchange nothing. That offensive line is a top two offensive line in this league, maybe behind Philadelphia. You
Yeah.
could probably make an argument that they're better than Philadelphia, but for argument's sake, let's just say they're number two. They're the number two best offensive line, and to open up holes like they did, and even if they don't get a hole, these running backs have got decent vision. As long as like a guy's not coming around the edge and not making a big play. And as much as we talked about Max Crosby last week, you know who we didn't talk about this week? A name I literally did not hear at all during the game is Joey Bosa.
Yep.
Didn't hear him at all. So that offensive
he only
line,
had one tackle.
Okay, so they
Only
I
had one
don't know if
tackle.
they learned from last week with Max Crosby and addressed that, or I think maybe Aaron Glenn focused on that and didn't pay attention to some back end things he could have worked on, because that's where we got burned.
Yeah, Joey Bosa had one tackle. Even Asante Samuel, which they were hyping up too. He only had one tackle. But Khalil Mack had 4 tackles, which that's a dynamic team right there. So even holding them to 6 tackles total for those 3 guys, that's pretty good on their part.
Yeah. And did Goff take a sack?
Nope,
I don't
no
think Goff took a
sacks by
sack.
either team, which we'll talk about the defense.
Yeah,
when we
I
get
feel like
there.
that's the big one this week.
So
all right, what's next? Where do you want to
go? Yeah, just O-line being healthy. Everyone was there. Jared Goff looked really, really relaxed. Had time to throw. Wasn't sacked. I don't know if he was hurried a bunch, but yeah, just having Jared Goff looking relaxed, making those deep shots like he did. That also helps a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on to the defense. Like I said,
that's the story.
Was the defense bad, or is it just the Justin Herbert to Allen connection? I want to go like 60%. It's Justin Herbert and Allen, but yeah, I'll throw it in there that was it a 4th down play? They had Alex Anzalone covering Keenan Allen.
Probably, yeah.
Why the heck would you do that?
I don't know if that's broken coverage, if that's design, if Anzalone saw something that somebody missed. I don't know. All I know is that they didn't scheme for these 2 guys who, when you already schemed, and they did a very good job scheming against Devontae Adams in the previous game. Granted, that was a maybe not as well coached Raiders team at the time, but this Chargers team is no slouch. And I figured, and we kind of figured going in, hey, they're 4-4, but they got weapons, and Keenan Allen's a monster. And I don't know what it is, but it just seemed like he would always get that cushion. You always complain about the cushion, and I felt like they kept giving it to him. Like, they're like, you're not gonna throw it too far over the top. But then, guys would play too far down, and it's like nothing but green grass behind him. And there was one play in particular they pointed out, like, look, he could have gone all the way. Which again, so the Lions getting lucky again. They didn't get burned on like a 70-yard touchdown. But still, Keenan Allen's just got great presence when, finding an open space, and he's just got great hands. He gets his hands on the ball. I don't think I've ever seen him drop. I mean, granted, I don't watch a lot of Chargers games, but I can't think of, like, in this game especially, like, just drops. If the ball's thrown to him, he's going to catch it, and he's had 11 of them. And how tough is that dude for leaving the game twice to go to, like, the medical tent and to the locker room and come back out and finish that game? Like, unbelievable.
Yeah, he averaged 15.9 yards a catch. But the thing I want to throw in there, as far as like team stats, the Lions only allowed the Chargers 98 yards of rushing. So they kind of stopped Austin Eckler. I don't know if that was their like game plan. We need to stop Austin Eckler. We'll let them march down the field and hopefully stop them in the red zone, which by the score didn't really happen. So that might have been their game plan.
Maybe,
But
I mean, if that is, then it didn't work, because at the end of the day, that's 5
right.
They had 5 drives to end the game that were just touchdowns for the Chargers. Granted, their defense couldn't stop ours either, but it was just an absolute clinic that Justin Herbert was, slicing and dicing that defense. And give credit where it's due. He's great. He's a top 5 or 6 quarterback in the league. Keenan Allen's a top 5 or 6 wide receiver in the league. So like you said up top, like he's tough to stop. That's a combination, like a Calvin Matthew Stafford, that's really tough to beat. But when they had other guys step up too, that's my other problem. Is it wasn't just Keenan Allen. They had that rookie I don't know if he was a rookie or like a newer player who got his first touchdown during the game too.
Oh, Quentin Johnston.
Maybe Johnson. It might have been another guy. I can't remember, but like they all got open. So I don't know if it's just it wasn't just a Keenan Allen thing. It was just a lack of, I think, maybe not pressing guys enough. I think they might have just given them too much space. That's another team where, like I said, like Seahawks, Tampa, Chargers, you cannot give those teams with these speedy receivers that kind of space. And that's the kind of stuff that can burn you. They've gotten lucky in the Tampa game. But look what happened with Seattle, and look, that's kind of what happened in this game. You give them space, and these speedy guys like a Tyler Lockett are going to run it all over you after they get the ball. It's kind of like Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra, and look at the catch he had. Like, he caught it by the fingertips this far off the ground and scored a touchdown. Like, and how do you stop a speedy guy like that? He was all over the place. What did you say, 160 receiving yards for him? 165 receiving yards for Amon-Ra. Like, yeah, so these receivers just put on a clinic, and it just shows that both these defense could not play the tighter coverage you'd think they'd want to, because they gave them the space, and look what happened. Both teams scored 38 points.
Yeah, I mean, I want to give a little credit to the Chargers, too. If they had a different coach than that bonehead Staley guy, like, they'd be a lot better. So,
hey, questionable decision making. Yeah, I heard somebody say like just the demeanor between him and Dan Campbell, just that completely opposite of just you watch him on the sideline. Dan Campbell looks like me right now, enthusiastic, wearing the team colors, just getting all into it. And you look like Staley. You're just boring AF. Yeah. Just no personality whatsoever. And you probably couldn't coach a football game either to save your life. So I don't know.
I don't think you could either.
Hey, whoa. I had my boys out there biting off kneecaps. No problem.
Hey, NFL 2K, whatever, 24, that doesn't count.
Oh, whoa. Hey, whoa. I could kick your butt, man. Let's get that straight right now. Just like I kicked your rear in fantasy this week, mister. So don't even give me no flack.
Oh. Yeah. Well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Season's over for me. I don't care.
Put a fork in him. He's done.
Yep. Well, anyways.
All right, where else do you want to
go? Yeah, just hopefully next week they can step it up here. Speaking of that, let's jump into previewing Week 11. The Lions versus the Bears at home. It's at 1 o'clock on Fox. Bears just got off a Thursday night game against the Panthers. What a freaking beautiful game that was.
Bears. I was going to ask if you watched.
No. Bears 16, Panthers 13. Improves the Bears record for 3-7. Panthers are 1-8. So it looks like the Bears are going to have the first and second round pick in the draft here. But biggest thing for me, it probably looks like Justin Fields coming back. So he's going to be looking to pull out a win for himself. Biggest thing is I would like to see the Lions defense lock him down, but I want to see a lot of pressures on him. Let's not just send 4 people, because obviously they're sending 4 people a lot. They're just not getting home anymore. So we need to add a blitzer or 2 to make sure we're pressuring them, get them uncomfortable. I even put down here, if Justin Fields does decide to run, let's use Jack Campbell as like a heat-seeking missile. Just follow him. I don't care what anything goes on. just keep your eyes on field. If he does take off, just make sure he doesn't go off for like a 10, 15-yard run.
See, I agree that they need to have somebody just watching him, like clearly. But I would go with Anzalone. Anzalone has been the heat-seeking missile dude. He's the dude that I see more so than Campbell. And don't get me wrong, Campbell has been great in spots, but Anzalone is all over the field. He's the guy I feel like I would want just shadow fields all game. That's your job. Just do that. Don't let him pull a Lamar. You know, we don't need a repeat of that. And that's the only thing that scares me about Justin Fields is that he could play that type of game. Whether or not he's as accurate as Lamar, you know, making those passes like when he gets out of the pocket. And I don't know how great his offensive line would be. I don't think they've been great.
They're
So
not
I don't
better
think he's
than
going
the
to get the type of.
Chargers.
Okay, yeah. So he's not going to get the type of protection theoretically like other teams have gotten against the Lions, like the Ravens. So I feel like this is a game, and the Lions defensive line. My big complaint is they've been getting pressure, but zero results. I mean, they might still get like the hurry stat or whatever, but I'm not physically seeing them getting sacks, knocking the ball down, forcing turnovers as much as you would like. So this is a game where I feel like Hutchinson get another interception on him. That'd be great. I'd just like to see some more pressure. I'd like to see some sacks. I'd like to see Fields go down and regret ever coming back to the field this year. That and to shut up all the Bears fans we work with because they're annoying as heck. And they're only what's their record? 3-7, and they're annoying as heck. They're 3-7.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's only so many times Hutchinson can do a spin move to try and get to the quarterback.
Right? Good
like,
Lord. He's like a ballet dancer out there.
I know Aleem McNeil is kind of coming on this season, but the other side of that defensive line, they just need to step it up. And if they
Haven't
can't,
heard Kaminsky's name. Haven't heard Bugs' name. Haven't heard
yeah.
What's the other guy? Aquara's got in there, but he had a penalty the other day. Like, come on, can we not get a roughing the passer call? Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, Charles Harris, Aquara brothers.
Yeah, like everybody's been silent, and it's been bugging me. Other than, I mean, obviously that Raiders game they got to him, but that's a different O line. But this O line here, they should be able to do that same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Do you have a score prediction?
Honestly, if they came out and played like they did this week, I'm gonna bet it's like 48-20. I think it's gonna be a blowout.
I won't go that crazy, but I'm feeling a little more confident against the Bears. I think the Bears will still get theirs. Fields might even pull a Lamar Jackson and get one of those 60-yard runs like he did against us last year. But I'm still thinking I could see like a 35-17.
He could, but he's got no one else. Like DJ Moore, he's not like living up to his standards. And then
we say that now, but man, he's one guy I'm nervous about because he'll make the play. He'll make the play. He's like a Keenan Allen, man.
You get Sutton on him. I think he's gonna. What happened during this Charger games? He's not gonna let it happen again. So I'm not.
We'll see. I mean, if there's one thing that Detroit has been good at this year, it has been bouncing back from the previous week's mistakes. So I'm hoping Aaron Glenn and that defense comes out. They go, look, we got another running quarterback, but we got to tighten up the secondary. We're not letting them, throw a bunch of slants to DJ Moore for him to make big plays. And, hopefully they can blanket Fields enough to contain him. They probably can't stop him every play, but we'll see just how healthy he is. Or is he going to be nervous to even run it? Is he going to try to just stay in the pocket? We'll see. Or is it going to be the opposite? Is he not going to want to stay in that pocket at all? So we'll have to figure out how that goes.
Well, to me, it looks like he's pretty comfortable sitting on that sideline right now. So,
all right, yeah. I'll give you that one.
But yeah, if they do contain him, like don't let it be another. Let's see real quick. What was that one game where? Oh, Lamar Jackson, where they contained him, but he just had all day to throw. So I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
like, pressure him, pressure.
And I don't want a Kyler Murray what just happened yesterday against the Falcons, where Kyler Murray, just off that injury, hasn't played in a while, just comes out and just like running all over him.
Well, I couldn't see him in the backfield.
Uh,
Oh gosh.
Besides, how fired up is Aiden Hutchinson to go up against the Ohio State guy again? That should be fun.
Oh.
I'll get you started on Michigan.
Yeah. I'd like to. You could throw in the quote from Charles Woodson in there. That's how I
Oh,
feel.
what quote was that?
Uh, I'd have to swear, and I can't do that.
I mean, you could. I could bleep you out, but
No, you just look it up. Just post it on here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this week. Yeah, Lions Bears, at home, 1 o'clock, Fox. Make sure to tune in. I think it's just gonna be a bloodbath, and Lions, I think, are gonna be what 9-2, or what are they,
maybe
7-2
8 and
right now?
2,
They'll be
7
eight
2
and
right now.
two. I think the Eagles are gonna lose, and they're gonna be number one in the NFC. Oh yeah.
Wow, some bold predictions from Kyle. Save it for the picks video this week, sir.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Well,
popping up on that this week.
I'm just warming up.
Yeah, okay. Well, save some juice for that show.
All
All right,
right,
we wrapping it
let's.
up.
Yep. Go ahead and close it out.
All right, everybody, we appreciate y'all checking our show out. If you enjoyed listening or watching today's episode, come back for more. We're a fun couple of guys, me more so than him. The wet blanket Kyle is. Be sure to check out the World of Football's website, theworldoffootball.com, for news, links, upcoming events, original articles, videos, and more. If you want to get in touch with us, I don't know why you would, but hey, if you so choose, just email us at info@theworldoffootball.com, or you can connect with us by either liking our Facebook account, our X account. We have an Instagram now. All that stuff should be down in the description below. Be sure to check out our flagship podcast that I'm a part of called This Week in the World of Football. We release that every Tuesday. We talk about all the things in the world of football. Like this week, we had Canadian Football League playoffs. So many crazy games in the NFL. Like 5 games came down to last-second field goals. And we didn't even give Riley Patterson props for that this week. So good to Riley
Oh yeah.
Patterson for that. And then, new episodes of that drop every Tuesday, guys. So you can find that on the YouTube channel or in your favorite podcast feed. Just go search for the World of Football Kalamazoo. And, again, links down in the description.
All right, that's it for us this week. I'll be a guest person on their
Yeah.
picks.
The
Does
weekly
that come
picks,
out
comes out
tomorrow?
on Wednesday. We're going to record
So
tomorrow. It'll be up Wednesday.
make sure to look out for that. And World of Football, everything related to football, even if it's Canadian Football League.
Hey, what's wrong with Canadian Football League, man? We got the Grey Cup is set.
Who cares? Anyways, that's
We
it for this
care.
week.
You can't say that on this network, Kyle. I know this is the Lions show, but this is the parent company is the World of Football. Come on, dude. Brand.
Oh,
Stick with
jeez.
it.
All
Stick
about the
with the
Lions
brand.
for me. All about the Lions. We hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Tell your family, friends. Let's help grow the number there. And we'll see you after another Lions victory against the Bears. Hopefully, we won't hurt them too much. So, or maybe we should. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.
Go Lions.